Greetings, this is Pillar Nexus, and we're back to my board game design vault with Hearts of Chaos. You play as a princess and her allies fighting against others for Strife on a battlefield that will impede movement and ranged attacks and possibly cause harm. And you can collect Strife to win or knock out your opponent's princesses. Collecting Strife improves abilities. There's 4 different kinds, and collecting Strife of the same kind, if you can get 3 of it, lets you incarnate into an avatar and increase your capabilities temporarily. Even when the powers go away, there's still a way to have some residual power left over. And again, the goal is collect more Strife than anyone else and bring it back to your starting point, or knock out most of your opponents. Combat's resolved with these fudge dice. Your allies and your princess have stats. The stats of your princess serve as the base for your allies. Your allies specialize in something while being weaker in something else. Your princess can take more damage than allies. Your princess can actually use the Strife and carry any amount of it, while allies can just carry it or move it around. Some allies have built-in resistances to damage and courage. And then there's these power crystals that are used for capabilities that you can have 3 active ones and 3 inactive ones. The more power crystals you use, the more powerful an ability can be. You can increase or decrease your own stats or your enemy stats, or inflict damage or heal damage. You can use a healing effect as a preventative measure for an ally that would be taking that damage to not have to. So for courage, let's say you have an ally who's about to go into combat or go into some dangerous terrain, you can put this defensive courage onto them, and instead of taking that damage, they'll just reduce that prevention shield. And then these are the initiative cubes. So the 8 factions are fire, lightning, wild, shadow, steel, love, ice, and plant. And at the start of the round, all these will be in here. We'll take one out. They'll be the first player for the round. They'll get to move all their stuff. And then we'll remove the next cube and the next until the last one's removed. And then players will just keep taking turns until the game is over. That's pretty much the game. So inspirations for Heart of Chaos would be obviously Sailor Moon, because team of 5, your princess and your 4 allies. I love that show. Lords of Magic, 8 different factions in both of those games, and it's another thing I really liked. Navia Drop is probably the big one. You've got your Navia, your leading lady, and her minions that she can summon and send out to go kick some ass. And this is an awesome game. It's like Shogi but collectible. I recommend it if you can find a set cheap on eBay. War Machine, spending power, magical effects, and of course the Warcaster being the core member of that fighting group. The same thing with the princess. And Sakura Arms, just general fighting. A recurring idea that I'm going to be using in other games as well. But I was working on a game before this one. Involves the Hammer, Harrier, Gunner, Guardian categorization, which comes from my personal take on the Doom 2016 board game, where hammers, they're quick and they hit hard. They're also tough. but they have to get in close. Harriers are fast, hard to hit, but they're fragile. Gunners are good at attacking from a distance, but their defense is crap. And Guardians, which are tough, but tanking damage is all they're really good for. So there's an idea I'm going to be using in some other games, but I like it for Heart of Chaos. It just fits right. So, main thing is, why not release this game? One, it's space intensive. That board takes up a lot of space. Your player information takes up a lot of space. I don't see it hitting a regular gaming table a whole lot. A lot of randomness. The battlefield keeps changing, every game. The, different strife, different spaces every game. Rolling for combat. I'm not sure how many people would appreciate that, so there's that. Audience, I'm really not sure who the hell to market this game to, because, you play as a princess and her allies, but it's a game of combat. I'm not exactly sure who would be interested in that. And then finally, there's better game ideas. Recently I played Unmatched, and that game was just, okay, there's, you have your hero, you have maybe some allies if you're lucky, but that's a system I think is really cool. There's probably better games, I think, but maybe this one deserves a chance. I don't know. If you think it deserves a chance, let me know. This has been Pillar Nexus. Thank you for watching. See you when I show my next game. Bye.